Today I'm going to show you how to make the best fluffy biscuits. Okay, to start you need 1 1/4 cups of buttermilk. I do not have any buttermilk, so what I'm going to do is take 1 1/4 cups of whole milk, a lemon, and to make buttermilk you want 1 tablespoon of lemon juice per cup of milk, and since we have 1 1/4, I'll just do a tablespoon of lemon juice and then just a little more. I'm just going to stir the lemon and milk together, and then I'm going to pop this in the refrigerator while we make everything else so it stays nice and cold. And now for our dry ingredients, I'm going to get 2 cups of flour and we're going to sift that into our bowl. This is just all-purpose flour. 1 tablespoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda, and a half a teaspoon of salt. I'm using salted butter, so I'm just using a half of a teaspoon of salt. And a tablespoon of sugar, which is optional. Whisk all of that together. I have a stick of butter that's been sitting in the freezer for like an hour, so it's really cold. And I'm just going to grate that in. Take a pastry cutter or a fork and just work all of that flour into the butter. Now we're just going to add our buttermilk. You're going to use all of this except for like a tablespoon or 2 because we're going to use what's left over to top our biscuits before we bake them. I just left a little bit left in there. And I like to just use a fork just to bring it all together. The key is really to not over mix the biscuit dough. So once it's come together just like this, we're going to flour our surface and place our dough on top. I'm going to dust with just a tiny bit of flour and we're going to bring this all together. If it's too sticky to handle, just sprinkle a tiny bit of flour. Now to get those nice fluffy layers, you want to fold it probably 6 times. So there's 4, 5, 6. And we'll just flatten this out till it's about like an inch or so thick. Take your cutter and press down, but don't twist. If you twist, it'll mess up your layers. And then with the excess, you just press it down, fold it, and try to get another biscuit or 2. Now you'll take your biscuits and place them on a parchment lined sheet, and you want them just touching, and that helps them rise. I was able to get 5 biscuits. You can definitely double the recipe if you need to. Take your remaining buttermilk and then just coat the top. And I'm going to put these in the oven at 400. I just pulled these out. They baked for 20 minutes. We'll just top with a little melted butter, and look at these. How amazing do they look? And these biscuits are great for biscuits and gravy. You could just put a little jelly on them, whatever, but this is how I served them this weekend and my kids went nuts. Just cut it in half, a piece of chicken. We take some honey over the top, and you got a little chicken biscuit. This is the chicken I used, the Just Bare chicken breast fillet. Let me know if you try it.